Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to discuss a range of a square root function. That is, we are going to find all the possible values of y equals to root fx whenever f of x is greater than or equal to 0. Notice that the value of square root of 0 is 0. And square root of a positive real number is always positive. Square root of a negative real number is not defined. So square root of x is always greater than or equal to 0 whenever defined. It is never less than 0. So therefore, square root of 4 is 2. It is not equal to plus minus 2, which we always write. It is a mistake because square root of 4 is a positive square root of 4 and it is only 2. To find range of square root of fx, first of all, find all the possible values of fx. Then discard the negative values of f of x and take square root to get the range of square root of fx. For the square root of a linear function y is equal to ax plus b, since ax plus b always lies between minus infinity to infinity, we discard all the negative values of y is equal to ax plus b. See, if this is x-axis, this is y-axis, the range is minus infinity to infinity. Discard all the negative values of y, start over from 0. So the range of square root of ax plus b will be from 0 to infinity. For square root of ax square plus bx plus c, when a is greater than 0, again find the range of ax square plus bx plus c. In the previous videos we found that its range is from minus d by 4a to infinity, where d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Next, we plot this on the graph. Now the range is from minus d by 4a to infinity. It is on y-axis. If minus d by 4 is greater than 0, then the point minus d by 4a is somewhere here. Now the range is always positive in this case. Therefore, we take all these values and then, taking square root on both sides, the range of square root of ax square plus bx plus c is then square root of minus d by 4a to infinity. If minus d by 4 is less than or equal to 0, then what happens? The point minus d by 4a is somewhere here. Now, square root of a negative number is not defined, so we cancel all these values, start over from 0 up to infinity. We take the values of fx from 0 to infinity, and then taking square root, we get the range of square root of ax square plus bx plus c. Now if ax square plus bx plus c, if a is less than 0, then its range is minus infinity to minus d by 4. We have done it in previous videos. Now if minus d by 4 is greater than 0, see like this, minus infinity to minus d by 4a. If minus d by 4 is greater than 0, it is above x-axis. The point is above x-axis, minus d by 4a. And the range is all these points. But square root of a negative real number is not defined, so we have to cancel the points below x-axis. We cancel all these points. We start over from 0 then. Start over from 0 to minus d by 4. This. Then taking square root on both sides, we get the range of this function. In this case, if minus d by 4 is equal to 0, then what happens? This is y-axis, x-axis. Minus d by 4 is 0, then the point minus d by 4 is here, and the range of fx is all these points. For square root function, we discard the negative values. We discarded the negative. Only point left is 0. And taking its square root, we get range of root f of x is equal to the set containing 0 only. And if minus d by 4 is less than 0, then all the points in the range of ax square plus bx plus c are below x-axis. And we have to discard all these points to take square root. So range of square root of fx in this case will be empty set. Now two special cases. Range of a square minus x square. First of all, see a square minus x square. A square minus x square has maximum value of a square, and it starts from minus infinity. We plot the range on y-axis. Minus infinity to a square. A square is somewhere here. So the range of a square minus x square is from minus infinity to a square. But to take square root, we will have to discard negative numbers. So we start over from 0 only. Therefore, discarding negative numbers, we get 0 less than or equal to a square minus x square less than or equal to a square, and on taking square root we get therefore range of square root of a square minus x square is from 0 to a. Similarly, for range of square root of x square minus a square, x square minus a square starts from minus a square. Its minimum value is minus a square and it tends to infinity. Plotting the range on the y-axis, it starts from minus a square and goes up to infinity. Now we discard all the negative numbers to take square root. Start over from 0. 0 is less than or equal to x square minus a square, less than infinity. Taking square root, we get the range of square root of x square minus a square as 0 to infinity. So we discuss some more questions. Let us take some more questions. Square root of 2x square plus 5x plus 4. Here d is 25 minus 32, which is equal to minus 7. So minus d by 4a becomes 7 by 8. Therefore we can write 7 upon 8 is less than or equal to this function up to infinity. Plot this on the graph on y-axis. 7 by 8 is somewhere here. All are positive numbers up to infinity, so we can take square root on both sides. Taking square root on both sides, we get the range as square root of 7 by 8 to infinity. Similarly, in this question, what is d? D is 25 minus 24 equals to 1, minus d by 4a is coming out to 1 by 4. Therefore, a is negative here, so its range is from minus infinity to 1 by 4. Plotting all these numbers on the graph and 1 by 4 is positive, range of minus x square plus 5x plus 6 is from minus infinity to 1 by 4. For taking square root, we discard all the negative numbers. We take only from 0 to 1 by 4. So we write 0 less than or equal to minus x square plus 5x minus 6 less than or equal to 1 by 4. Taking square root on both sides, we get 0 to 1 by 2 as its range. So range is 0 to 1 by 2 closed. One more question. Let us take one more question. Take this out. Find d. D is coming out to be 0. On number line, we can show 0 is here. Its range is from minus infinity to 0. This is the range of minus 4ax square plus 12x minus 9. But we have to discard all the negative numbers. Only point left is 0 and its square root is also 0. Therefore, range of this function is only 0. Let us take one more question. Take this out. Find its d. D is 36 minus 32, 4 minus d by 4a is coming out to be minus 1. Therefore, we can say minus 1 is less than or equal to this, less than infinity. On number line, plot this. Minus 1 is somewhere negative, minus 1. But we cannot take negative square root. So, we consider it from 0. 0 is less than or equal to x square minus 6x plus 8 less than infinity. Taking square root on both sides, we get the required range as 0 to